Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom, and welcome to Less Than 10 Minutes. Words to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. And if you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Symmanayah. And when I refer to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers, I'm speaking about those who seek to worship and obey Almighty Yahuwah and who accept Yehusha as Mashiach, as our Messiah. In this segment of less than 10 minutes, words to Yashar'al, I want to talk about keeping Scripture whole and set apart. A pathway to being united. Begin with questions. Questions will produce expectations to which answers will emerge in due seasons. My brothers and sisters, I've seen so many people wanting to teach, desires to teach, and quick to talk, quick to speak. How many of us ask questions? How many of us ask questions to seek the living guidance from the Spirit of Yehusha so that we may rightly divide the written scriptures, the text? How many of us look at the life that guides us through righteousness, the life that gives us clarity and understanding? With that said, my brothers, I believe that Yashar'al can be united if we begin to ask questions so that we can dispel any misconceptions, so that we can seek out answers that will probably heal us, heal the fragmentation, contribute towards the perfection of one body. Consider the following verses, my brothers and sisters. Matthew 12:25. And Yehusha knew their thoughts and said to them, every reign divided against itself is laid waste, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. 1 Corinthians 12:12 through 12:18. For as the body is one and has many members, but all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is the Messiah. For indeed by one Spirit we are all immersed into one body, whether Yehudim or Greeks, whether slaves or free, we are all made to drink into one Spirit. For indeed the body is not one member, but many. If the foot says, because I am not a hand, I do not belong to the body, does it therefore not belong to the body? And if the ear said, because I am not an eye, I do not belong to the body, does it therefore not belong to the body? If all the body was an eye, where would be the hearing? If all hearing, where would be smelling? But now Elohim has set the members, each one of them, in the body, even as he pleased. That was 1 Corinthians 12:12 through 18. Ephesians 4:16 says, for whom the entire body, joined and knit together by every joint supplied, according to the workings by which each part does its share, causes growth of the body for the building up of itself in love. I have witnessed, as I stated, many who say, write, and record regarding the conditions of Yashar'al and awakening nation of believers. We have seen eagerness of brothers and sisters who race to teach. We must come to realize that because people say they are not teachers, if their actions speak differently, the matter is established by their actions. There are instructions regarding seeking and asking. But how many of us are willing to pursue answers to questions? Questions that just may result in discovering answers for perfecting those who seek to worship and obey the Most High Father Yahuwah. Examine those of whom you spend your time and ask yourself, how many questions are circulating regarding improving the body of believers? Pay close attention to the answers people present and place the matter before the Spirit of Yehusha that's inside of you, me, and us. Trust discernment is a part of Yehusha's revealing, and he will prove what is right. My brothers and sisters, when presenting and or sharing words of instruction, it would be wise not to forget of the scriptures. All too often I have witnessed one echoing their translation of scriptures, but not taking into consideration that their understanding is off because it conflicts with another scripture. It would be wise in our teachings to remember to keep scriptures whole from Genesis to Revelation. I have also witnessed those who have problems understanding scriptures so they just disregard the writings as scripture, especially regarding Paul or Shaul's writings. Excuse me. I suggest, my brothers, that when we witness in or desire to share scriptures with definitions, that if there is a conflict in the words presented, that we take wise steps toward solutions. In other words, that we place the matter before the Spirit of Yahusha and depart from one another. Depart from one another's company until such a time we can be united on the message. In other words, if we're in disagreement and we cannot find agreement, it's better to separate. Remember, no kingdom divided against itself, no reign, no house divided against itself to stand. Let us separate until such time as proof comes and pray that we are united once again. I cannot emphasize enough how it is the Spirit that makes scriptures and communications alive. If the Most High is in us and His words are spoken, would He not bring us to see the life in His communications? Remember Isaiah 55:11, that informs us that the Most High's word will not return to Him empty or void, but will accomplish the task assigned with success. Beware of those who shun questions. It is wise to examine all questions and provide answers when answers are provided by the Spirit of Yahusha. There is nothing wrong with saying and acknowledging you don't know the answer when this is applicable. The fragmentation of Yashar'al, the awakening nation of believers, will begin to wither for those who will participate in the demonstration of the gathering mentioned in Scriptures. While some may dismiss the fact that Yashar'al may be gathered from the four corners of the earth before the return of Yahusha, our Mashiach, our Messiah, there are others who believe differently. Proof will emerge for all that is true. If we are to be united, there is much work to be done. I am compelled to believe in the wake or following humbling events, we will witness something phenomenal. We will witness a perfecting of the structure of the body of believers like never before. Each of us may just be stubborn in many ways, but humbling events will break through the strongholds, and some of us will witness clearer visions and more open ears. Discernment will increase among us. Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. Ask many questions and expect answers. Some we will get sooner, some we will get later. The plan of the Most High Father Yahuwah is unfolding right before our eyes. Begin with questions. Questions will produce expectations. Expectations will be satisfied with answers in due season. We cannot force the timetable nor the schedule of the Most High. Pray, my brothers and sisters. Pray that we learn how to understand all scriptures and keep them together and not try to throw out one part of scripture over another. Not try to say this is just letters and it's not scripture. If it is inspired by the Most High and it is between Genesis and Revelation, it is all scripture, my brothers and sisters. Pray and watch, for there will be individuals who can demonstrate being guided by the Spirit of Yahusha and explain the written text, the life that is in the written text. While many are seeking to try to master the text and take it and run with it, I encourage you to seek to worship and obey. Seek out discernment. Seek out the uncovering, the revealing from the Spirit of Yahusha, and proceed as you are guided, as we are guided. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, pray and watch. Something phenomenal is happening, and it will reach our doorsteps. Until next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.